After 60, many people start noticing strange changes in their bodies that seem to appear out of nowhere. A little tingling in the feet, numb fingers in the morning, burning sensations at night, weakness while walking, hands that suddenly feel less steady than before. And most seniors assume the same thing. It must just be aging. But what if one of the biggest triggers is sitting quietly in the kitchen right now, disguised as one of the healthiest foods you can eat? Because there is one fruit that many older adults eat every single day, believing it supports health, energy, digestion, and even heart health. Doctors recommend fruit. Nutrition labels praise fruit. Health commercials promote fruit snacks as natural. But the body does not judge a food by its reputation. And after 60, one very popular type of fruit may quietly work against your nerves more than people realize. Especially when tingling, numbness, burning feet, weak hands, or unstable energy are already beginning to show up. The surprising part is that this fruit does not usually look dangerous. It looks healthy, natural, simple, even harmless. And that is exactly why so many seniors never suspect it. Today, we are going to talk about the hidden problem with dried fruits after 60. Why can they quietly worsen the exact symptoms many seniors are trying to escape? Which dried fruits are the biggest traps? What happens inside the body when these foods become part of a daily routine? And the better fruits that support steadier energy and healthier nerves instead. Because the goal is not fear. The goal is understanding why certain, healthy, habits sometimes make people feel worse instead of better. Now, to be clear, fruit itself is not the enemy. Whole fresh fruit can absolutely be part of a healthy diet after 60. The problem begins when fruit becomes concentrated, heavily sweetened, easy to overeat, and disconnected from the fiber and balance that normally slow the body's response. And that is exactly what often happens with dried fruit. Raisins, sweetened dried cranberries, packaged dried mango, banana chips, fruit snack mixes, even natural dried fruit bars. Many of these products are sold as healthy snacks. People keep them in the car, in the kitchen, in handbags, next to the bed, inside healthy-looking trail mixes. And because they come from fruit, many seniors assume they are automatically safer than cookies, candy, or processed desserts. But after 60, the body responds differently than it did decades ago. Muscle mass changes. Digestion changes. Blood sugar control becomes less efficient. Circulation can slow down. Nerves become more sensitive to repeated stress. And that is where dried fruit quietly becomes a problem for some people. Drying fruit removes water while concentrating sugar into a much smaller space. That means it becomes extremely easy to eat far more sugar than the body realizes in just a few handfuls. A bowl of grapes feels filling. A small box of raisins often does not. And that difference matters, because many seniors do not eat dried fruit occasionally. They are eating it every day while believing they are making a healthy choice. Some add raisins to oatmeal. Some snack on dried cranberries. Some eat fruit. Now, this does not mean dried fruit directly causes nerve disease all by itself. But repeated blood sugar swings, unstable eating patterns, and constant oversnacking are not friendly to aging nerves. Especially after 60. This is something many seniors never hear explained clearly. They are told to avoid obvious junk food. But very few people warn them that concentrated, healthy snacks can sometimes create a surprisingly similar pattern inside the body. And because dried fruit carries a health halo, people lower their guard around it. That is what makes it deceptive. A senior may never sit down and eat a bag of candy every day. but they may absolutely eat large amounts of raisins, dried mango, sweetened cranberries, or fruit snack bars while believing they are doing something good for their health. And over time, the body responds to patterns, not marketing. This becomes even more important when numbness or tingling is already happening. Irritated nerves do not usually respond well to constant spikes, crashes, and irregular eating patterns. They tend to respond better to balanced meals, better hydration, better circulation, and slower digestion. But many dried fruits do the opposite, especially the sweetened kinds. And this is where labels become very misleading. Words like natural, real fruit, made with fruit, organic, or no fat. It can easily distract people from what really matters. Some dried fruits contain surprisingly high amounts of concentrated sugar in very small portions. Others are coated with extra sweeteners. Some fruit snack products barely resemble real fruit anymore once processing is finished. But seniors trust them because the package still shows pictures of fruit. This is one reason so many older adults become confused about why they still feel tired, shaky, hungry again too fast, or physically off, even while eating healthy. The body reacts to the actual food pattern, not the picture on the package. Now, one of the biggest problems with dried fruit is how easy it is to overeat without noticing. Fresh fruit naturally slows people down. You chew more. Water fills the space in the stomach. The body receives fullness signals more clearly. But dried fruit is small, dense, sweet, easy to snack on mindlessly. And once that habit becomes daily, the body can stay trapped in a cycle that aging nerves often do not handle well. Eat, spike, crash, snack again, repeat. That pattern quietly drains energy from many seniors every single day. And unfortunately, many people mistake the crash for getting older, instead of recognizing the pattern happening at the breakfast table or during afternoon snacking. Now, there is another hidden issue that many people overlook. Some dried fruits are heavily processed with oils, coatings, extra sugar, or preservatives that make them even easier to overconsume. Banana chips are a perfect example. Many people assume they are basically the same as bananas. But some versions are fried, sweetened, and far more processed than people realize. The same thing happens with many packaged fruit snacks marketed as healthy alternatives for quick energy. They may sound clean and natural, but inside the body, they can behave much more like concentrated sweets than whole fresh fruit. And after 60, that matters more than many people think. Because nerve symptoms are not only about comfort. They affect confidence. Now the good news is this. Some fruits tend to work much better for aging nerves and steadier energy. And the difference usually comes down to balance. Fruits that contain more fiber, more water, slower digestion, and less concentrated sugar often create a much calmer response inside the body. Berries are one of the best examples. Blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, raspberries. These fruits tend to contain fiber and antioxidants, while being less likely to encourage overeating the way concentrated dried fruit can. Apples are another smart choice, especially when eaten whole instead of turned into juice or sweet snacks. Pears can also be helpful because they contain fiber and water that naturally slow the body's response. Kiwi is another excellent option that many seniors overlook. And interestingly, avocado, although people do not always think of it as a fruit, may actually be one of the most supportive choices because it contains healthy fats and creates a far more balanced response than sugary snack foods. The goal is not to fear fruit. The goal is choosing fruits in forms that the body handles more gently after 60. whole, fresh, balanced, and harder to overconsume. That is very different from concentrated fruit products that quietly encourage repeated sugar spikes and constant snacking. Now let's make this practical. If dried fruit has become part of your daily routine, do not panic. And do not try to change everything overnight. Start with one simple step tomorrow morning. If you usually snack on raisins, dried cranberries, fruit bars, or trail mix during the day, replace one serving with whole fresh fruit paired with protein or healthy fat. For example, berries with plain Greek yogurt, apple slices with walnuts, pear with cottage cheese, or kiwi beside eggs at breakfast. Why does this help? Because balanced meals tend to create steadier energy and fewer dramatic swings. That matters for aging nerves. The second step is simple. Stop trusting the front of the package. Turn products around. Look carefully at added sugar, total sugar, fiber, and serving size. Because many seniors accidentally eat several servings at once without realizing it. The third step is paying attention to how, and the fourth step is this. If symptoms are frequent, worsening, or new, stop guessing. Persistent numbness, tingling, weakness, or burning sensations should never simply be ignored. Food matters, but symptoms can also involve diabetes, circulation problems, vitamin deficiencies, medication effects, or other medical conditions that deserve proper evaluation. Still, many seniors are surprised by how much better they feel when they stop feeding the exact eating pattern that keeps stressing the body every day. And sometimes, the biggest improvement begins with something very simple. Stopping a food that only looked healthy on the surface. That is the real lesson here. Not that fruit is dangerous. Not that one food causes every health problem. But after 60, the body becomes much more sensitive to repeated daily habits. And foods that seem harmless can quietly become part of the cycle, keeping people tired, unstable, hungry, and uncomfortable. So if this video gave you one useful takeaway, let it be this. Healthy labels do not always mean healthy outcomes. Pay attention to how your body actually responds. And if tingling, numbness, burning, or weakness keep showing up, stop brushing them aside as just aging. Because protecting your nerves after 60 is not only about avoiding disease. It is about protecting independence. It is about staying steady, staying confident, and staying strong enough to keep living life on your own terms. If this video helped you, write healthy but dangerous in the comments so I know you stayed to the end. Share this video with someone over 60 who thinks all fruit products are automatically healthy. And subscribe for more clear, practical senior health videos designed to help you stay sharp, steady, and independent after 60.